The fact that a game with an original character in a mythological world has taken creative liberties is not a surprise. However, while some things are obvious, such as Kratos himself or the Atreus Loki thing, there are minor details that most people are not aware of and may skip over. For instance, in the third game, the labyrinth is in a completely different place, and has a different purpose. Speaking of, minotaurs are a full-on species in the game, instead of being just a single creature. An old and now confirmed mystery from the series is the ominous grave digger, who appears in the original God of War and later in Ghost of Sparta. In the original game, he gives you advice, and saves you by digging a grave that reaches hell. The fact, goddess Styx, that's right, the river from the third game is a goddess according to the mythology. Sadly, there aren't many stories about Kratos. He is said to have some siblings, though some sources conflict on which gods are his siblings. Most people are aware that Kratos is a fictitious character specifically made for the game, but there is an actual god with the same name. Kratos, also Kratos or Kratos, is a god that represents strength. He is the son of the Titan Pallas and the goddess Styx, that's right, the river from the third game is a goddess according to the mythology. Sadly, there aren't many stories about Kratos. He is said to have some siblings, though some sources conflict on which gods are his siblings. Kratos was voiced by Terrence Connor Carson, mostly known as T.C. Carson, in almost every game of the series. His work became iconic, as the voice became a symbol not only for the character, but in the gaming industry as a whole considering how big the series became. However, for the 2018 game, he was replaced by Christopher Judge. The reason for the change is because of the motion capture. T.C. Carson wasn't tall enough to portray Kratos. While Judge performed beautifully in the role as well, the first God of War, released in 2005, shows clear signs that it was supposed to be its own story, and the sequels were more well-developed after its success. The game has quite a few inconsistencies, from Hades's looks and positive disposition towards Kratos, the man who killed his wife in the later-released prequel Chains of Olympus, to all the secret cutscenes that you can unlock after beating the game that are no longer canon, though some elements were still used. These scenes show a different past for younger Kratos and even the skeleton of Kronos found in the desert by helicopters, which makes no sense considering Kratos kills him in God of War 3.